The scene starts as our MC is worriedly walking down to his school, thinking that there is a rumor going around about a wild dog living in the park. Why does this have to be happening in his neighborhood? He looks around nervously, realizing that the only other road is closed due to construction, and he has no choice but to go this way. As he walks, a rustling happens in the bushes, and he sees a beast girl whose clothes are tattered and fainted. As he gets close to her to help, the MC gets embarrassed, apologizes, and moves away, saying he will call an ambulance right away. The beast girl shakily asks him to leave her alone and get out of there. The MC hesitantly asks what she's talking about, then moves closer, asking if she's all right. The beast girl moves close to him and licks his ear before standing up and moving away. As the MC continues walking down the road, he hears gossip that a wild dog is causing trouble again. A voice calls out to MC, first year, second class, Mitsuya Deki. He stops right there and asks why he looks so depressed in the morning. The person addressing him is referred to as Kura, as they greet the nearby girls, who are thrilled to see Sakuragami and greet her. Kura explains, saying she had quite an entrepreneurial morning too, and Sakuragami is surely popular. She comes from a noble lineage, and her family owns a lot of land around here. Despite that, she's not stuck. It makes sense that she is so popular, and he guesses this is what happens when one is blessed by the gods. He's so jealous that he thinks it's oppressive. The pressure of a prestigious family counting on one to be successful would be tough. If she had a boyfriend, he would probably develop a hole in his stomach from the stress. MC says that's not relevant to them, but he thinks about the flowery smell, exactly like the girl from yesterday. In the classroom, Kura asks why he looked so depressed earlier and if he had a weird dream or something. If so, he can diagnose him, as he's an expert after all. MC says he had a dream where a girl with animal ears was licking his ears. Kura can't believe it and says he doesn't even have to diagnose, as that is erotic. And maybe he is frustrated. MC asks him to shut up and asks Nishimura if she has finished collecting all the handouts. Nishimura says she finished collecting them too, and she suggests bringing them to the teacher. MC says he will just grab the ones she got and take them himself, for which she thanks him. Nishimura asks if he's wearing perfume or something as she sniffs around. MC says he's not. And what does she mean? Nishimura says she thought she smelled something coming from his ears as she got close to MC, making him flinch. MC asks what happened, for which Nishimura says it was just her imagination. Kira asks if the school president has a smelling fetish, which she declines. As the scene shifts to the cafeteria, MC thinks that today he is going to avoid the cafeteria line. As he moves down the stairs, he encounters Sakuragami, feeling like he keeps running into her today and probably overthinking it. As he gets close to her, Sakuragami asks that, after school, he come to the Year 2 Class 3 classroom in the old building. She needs to talk to him in private about what happened yesterday. MC, completely baffled by this, steps back but is unable to spot her. From behind, a girl sees all of this. The scene shifts as MC is in the classroom, thinking that this is the right room and he got here a bit early. What does she have to do with yesterday? As Nishimura enters the room, MC asks if she's in here in the old building, to which she says she was looking for something. MC asks if he can help her look if she wants, to which Nishimura says that it's alright as she has already found what she was looking for, him. As she gets close to MC, they both fall, and Nishimura hops on him, saying that she can't hold back anymore. As she gets close to MC, asking about the smell, she knows that the wolf girl has her eyes on him, but she can't hold back anymore. Her beast ears get puffed up, and she will eat them. As she is about to taste it, a huge blast occurs from behind as Sakuragami enters, saying that there's a shameless cat thief here too. Nishimura says that she was too slow, and she guesses she has to leave without getting her taste. As it is unfortunate, but she's at a disadvantage in her territory, so she will show herself out. Sakuragami unpins herself, and her ears puff up as MC thinks that those ears are the same as yesterday. They both confront each other, and Sakuragami dashes toward Nishimura, who barely blocks her, saying that the princess wolf girl has fallen in love, and does she want him to be hers that badly? Sakuragami says that is the opposite, as she's already his, and that's why she needs to be destroyed. As she tries to punch him, she disappears. MC asks what she is doing, to which she apologizes, saying she's sorry for getting him involved. From now on, he will be targeted like she is by being called Ayakashi. Perhaps even his family will be targeted. MC is worried that if she is serious, for which Sakuragami says not to worry, she will protect him as she owes him for saving her yesterday. As she bows down, she pleads to make her his property. MC hesitantly asks her to please stop, and all he did yesterday was what a normal person would do. He insists that she helped him out, but they are in the same boat. If there is anything he can do, he will help. He says that it would be helpful if she could just explain what's going on, for which Sakuragami asks for one favor, to let her lick his ears. MC is completely shocked and petrified by this request. The scene shifts to the manor as Sakuragami directs MC to his home, where a huge army of maids welcomes him. MC is quite nervous. Should he be here? Why does he feel like there are staring holes in his back? In the room, MC is worried. Should he drink this? The cup looks really expensive and too fancy for someone like him. Sakuragami starts to explain that those after him are called Ayakashi, to which he asks if he would have thought it was all just 12th grade syndrome if it weren't for what happened yesterday. Now he can believe what he has seen. As Sakuragami says, she's a wolf too, and the reason they're after him is because of his ears. MC asks if he had a hunch, so they were really after his ears. And are there beings who don't have ears and those who wish to cut them off? Sakuragami comes close to MC, saying it's because his ears have a strong odor. The smell contains high-density magical powers that Ayakashi finds delicious. He could say it's a feast. MC thinks that his ears are food, and is that why Nishimura did that? Sakuragami says there is no mistake. She is attracted to his smell, and if they catch him, she's sure that he will be held for all eternity. MC fantasizes about it, thinking that he doesn't care if it's a beauty. Sakuragami says he will be locked up and squeezed dry until he dies. MC fears, on second thought, that his life is in danger. He thinks, wait, is Sakuragami after his ear too? As he evaluates the situation, there's no way, but she mentions licking his ear. Sakuragami asks if he wants to seal this scent, as in this town, Ayakashi is fighting for the territory, and they can't just leave them alone. MC asks, what if he doesn't want them to come after him? And what should he do? Sakuragami asks them to pledge with her, and that way they will be spiritually connected, and she will mask him with her scent. In other words, as MC thinks, she is going to douse him with her scent. MC asks why she would do that for him. Sakuragami says that this is the payment for saving her yesterday. MC says that he means if she's okay with that, as she doesn't even know him. Sakuragami says that they had already done it once. As she said, she pleaded to lick his ear. In the guest room, MC is quite nervous, thinking that he is wrong, and he wants to hide in a hole if there is one, and anyone would have misunderstood if she saw that. Seeing a letter down there, he thinks that whatever happens after this, they won't target him, as he looks at his surroundings again. This is a huge mansion, she must be really rich, and they live in different worlds. When this is all over, they won't have anything to do with each other. Let's just be happy that a beauty like her licked his ears. As he is done changing, he thinks that she told him to wait here as she needs time to prepare, but why a kimono? As he hears the knock, Sakuragami enters in lewd attire, making MC embarrassed. Sakuragami initiates the contract as she gets close to MC and deliciously licks MC's ear, saying that she should take care of his ears as well. As MC tries to lick down Sakuragami's ear, she gets jitters throughout her body and she is huffing around. MC asks if she is okay. At that moment, an earring appears on her ear. She says that the contract is now complete, as one is being summoned in MC's ear too. After some time of getting dressed up, MC asks if everything is done. Sakuragami says no, they have to do it again or the lid will come off. MC asks if he won't bother her anymore, to which Sakuragami says that it's nothing if it's for the Lord. She explains that what they did was a master-servant contract, and with this, he's her master. As MC recognizes that it's a pledge ring, he gets shocked. Sakuragami explains that, as per the contract, he can't leave her side for more than a day. MC thinks that he didn't know that. Sakuragami nervously asks if he would live with her, making MC petrified, thinking that he won't be squeezed dry but just Senpai's captive, won't he? The scene shifts as MC wakes up, wondering where he is, but then recalls that he slept at Sakuragami's house last night. He never imagined living in a mansion like this, and he has been feeling some discomfort in his ear. He realizes that Sakuragami is licking his ear as she greets him, resulting in MC's scream. The scene shifts again as Sakuragami asks how his first day of homestay was. MC says it's fine, and he didn't know that it came with morning services. After forming the contract, MC says that he will be living with her because of the school system. He thinks that someone like him just isn't used to this luxurious lifestyle. Sakuragami says that they also went to his family's house, and they got along with each other. Everyone gave their approval, and MC understood why his parents agreed after seeing all the support and expenses covered by Sakuragami. Her sister also said that her brother feels kind of lonely, so she's on board too. MC is about to cry, thinking that it's just that there are a lot of things that she really can't get from her family members. Sakuragami says that they are going back to school tomorrow, but there's a chance he might get attacked on that day. She would like to protect him, but they're in different years, so she can't always be by his side. That's why there will be bodyguards to protect him, an excellent maid who excels in self-defense. As a maid enters, she says that she will be guarding MC and introduces herself as Chainami. MC asks if she isn't Chiwa from the same class, for which he thinks there isn't one character different in the school. Sakuragami orders Chainami to show him around the mansion as she directs MC. MC tries to talk to Chainami, who gets back smiling, asking if he's assured, as she is the same Chainami he knows. MC is glad that she looks so different, and he thinks she is her sister, for which Chainami says that there is no other beauty and charm like her that could exist as she claps with him. MC agrees with her, as she says that he had it rough being thrown into this world and not to worry. When they are at school, she will protect him. MC shockingly asks if she is an Ayakashi, to which she says that's right, as the whole household as his homestay. She will be teaching him various things, so when they are in class, he should keep up with the conversation. Shiwa asks how it feels to talk to his handsome senpai, for which MC yells at her, saying that they talked but all she wants is his body. Chainami says that's how attractive he is to Ayakashi. And to be honest, there is a serious situation, people's lives could be in danger. That's why they will protect him for the sake of the family. And they won't let him go, since he has a contract with the lady. Doesn't he think he can force her to do that in this? MC yells, saying that he is the romantic flow type and that he is not going to use his power to force someone. But she knows that he would have helped even without a pact. Chainami says that she knew he would say that. After all, he's so kind. However, if there is danger, for example, if they take his family hostage, would he still be on their side? As MC asks, wasn't that a little harsh? Chainami says there's a reason she doesn't know all these things. Of course, the contract can defend both of them. Ayakashi can tell who belongs to which family, so she understands that it's stifling to be watched. But please understand that she is only trying to protect him, even if such a contract could affect her lifespan. MC asks, what about it? As he dashes towards Sakuragami, asking her to release the contract. Sakuragami asks, is there something he is not satisfied with? MC says that it's not that, as he heard that her lifespan will be shortened, for which, as he asked, why would she go so far? Sakuragami says that it's for her family, as MC asks if it defeats that purpose if she makes her family sad by sacrificing herself. Sakuragami says their priorities are different. She would rather prioritize her family than her life. MC asks if she is doing it for her family. Then she needs to start taking care of herself first. Sakuragami says, what if she refuses to cancel the contract? MC gets close to her, saying that he will lick her ears until she cancels it. As Sakuragami gets nervous, MC hears from Chiwa that servants will obey the master's orders after licking their ears. As Sakuragami is having a hard time, MC asks if she is telling him to carry the burden of killing her to his grave. Sakuragami says that any more than this, she can't control. MC hugs her down, asking if she considers him her master, as a huge jolt occurs throughout Sakuragami's body. After some time, as MC apologizes, Sakuragami says that she understands his intention, but she can't cancel it right now because it's too strong. She asks him not to worry, as she has no intention of letting it eat her life, and after all, he gives his order. There is only one way for her to live without bringing it out, as if he will have to form contracts with other Ayakashi princesses. The reason it's shortening her lifespan is because she can't withstand his enormous amount of mana, and it won't be a problem if they share it. As she says they do their best to convince them to become theirs, making MC dumbfounded. She gets close to MC, saying that he is the one who told her to live, and he will help her, won't he? And as she teases him, calling her master, MC instantly agrees to it. The scene shifts towards the school as MC and Sakuragami both alight from the car. Sakuragami asks if they should go, and MC says that he will go this way. Sakuragami moves close to MC, bidding him farewell, as nearby students get jealous, remarking on the closeness, and she smiles. MC thinks that Sakuragami said to let others know around her, but isn't the after effect a little too strong, as they are staring blatantly at him? In the classroom, the boys are quite jealous, questioning why he's with Sakuragami, and they're suspicious. Why would she need him when she's here? MC hesitates, saying that he has been staying with her since yesterday, as they demand to know his relationship with her. MC is having a hard time, as Chiwa says that from what she heard, he saved her when she fainted from anemia. MC thinks that's the first time he heard of this setting, as Chiwa innocently says that maybe it's true that he saved her and she fainted. Kira and the boys gossip that he's a lifesaver, and he's asking for something in return as a benefactor. They call him a beast, a lust monster, as MC screams, and he most certainly did not do such things. Shiwa says that one never knows, and she might have fallen for him, creating more dangerous situations. MC's friends declare to hang him and burn him down as they strangle him. After lunch, Kira asks what he's doing, and Chiwa says that he has a meeting with him. Kira asks to make sure she gives him back to him, as she apologizes, saying that he is her kid now, and does he mind not borrowing him out when she is in front of them too. In the cafeteria, she sets down the food, as MC thinks that her sister would love it and she might teach him how to make it. She agrees, saying that making a lunchbox for her little sister is what a good brother he is, and her lady would like to learn to cook as well. As she can't, Sakuragami says that she's not rude enough to steal her subordinate's job. In reality, she can't cook. Sakuragami asks if they shall begin their meeting, and MC asks, how about making a contract with the other princesses? How about meeting them? Sakuragami says that being modest might not work, and the question is what they will want in return. No doubt they will have the advantage, and worst case scenario, they will kidnap MC. She says that meeting them is a high risk in itself, and entering their domain is like entering their stomach. If they are going to meet, they should agree on a place that is advantageous to them. It's customary for the princesses to stay with their family during the summer. Then they will make all their subordinates swoop involuntarily in one fell swoop. MC says that if they stay with them, they will have a chance, but how should they proceed? As they say, that's the golden question. Sakuragami says the best way is to fool them, and so they will fall on their own, making MC worried. MC sheepishly asks, what if they are about his age, and how will he be able to fool them? Shiwa says that she knows he is a good person, but doesn't worry. Before they come for their homestay, they will turn him into a handsome man both inside and out. MC asks what if all the training fails, for which Chiwa says not to worry, they will reform everything. MC thinks that in addition to the plastic surgery, they are going to remodel his body. However, using them is a bit like knocking them down just to make them their subordinates. MC thinks, to put it simply, isn't he just a human? Shiwa comes in between, saying that he is okay because they are Ayakashi, which MC denies, saying that if the best method is to deceive them, what's the second best? Sakuragami says to suggest a condition they would accept, as there are several conditions, but she's sure that they will choose the hardest one. Something they might suggest would be if she beats her or brings her fire. MC thinks that's impossible for him, as Sakuragami says they'll tell him more about the families, including their family. There are a total of 6 distinguished families. The first one is the Dugan family. Just because their history is a little longer than theirs, they act arrogant around them. The Hasuki family owns a huge amount of land. On the surface, they look like a decent landlord family, but behind the scenes, they have been pestering them. The Tatsukusu family made a fortune by reading the future. They take everything that's worth money, even buying up their subsidiaries. The Shiba family is the family of literature, magic, and knowledge from people to private institutions. They will do anything for knowledge, even putting pressure on companies. A bunch of scum. The last one is Liderbar, the foreign family that runs huge corporations. A bunch of hyenas will do anything to steal their connections. To some of them, all of them are vicious scumbags. Sakuragami says that noble family may sound like a nice word, but behind the scenes, everyone is trying to tear each other down. It's a world of deceit. MC asks if it's a world unknown to them. Commoner, for which Chiwa says they don't say it like it doesn't affect him, as he has to get used to this. As they both tease MC by calling him master, MC screams at them, saying to stop calling him that or more strange rumors will start flying. MC asks if it would be almost impossible to convince people like them. For Sakuragami says that no matter how big their families are, it is the princesses themselves who will agree to the contract. Why doesn't he start building a friendly relationship with them? After all, they are just bratty ladies full of world and ability. MC says that getting along with them shouldn't be difficult, but taking them down is a whole new level. Sakuragami moves close to him, saying that there is a lot to it. She says that if he lets them lick his ear, they will become his prisoner with a single lick, and it's addictive. Once he can do it, one can't stop. MC says, isn't it a dangerous drug? And Sakuragami says that she can't wait to see those scumbags serving under her. MC wonders just how much she hates the other families. MC thinks that she said from a single lick. Then Chiwa says that if there is anything to worry about, it would be a certain cat who had a taste of him, for which Chiwa says that she took the day off today, and for which Sakuragami says that he has to be careful since they can't tell where she will take action. MC gets a message from Nishimura that she is going to kidnap him in the near future, and he has to be careful, making him scream in fear. MC messages Nishimura, asking what she'll do and wondering if she's nearby, though he doesn't think so. MC thinks she must be cautious since she sent a message in advance. Sakuragami says that must mean she's confident. As Chiwa says, in reality, it's hard to protect one since they don't know when she will strike. There are 2 countermeasures. One is to hide the target so she won't be able to find them, and the other is to be offensive, catching her so she won't be able to kidnap him. Sakuragami asks if she won't have seen it coming while keeping MC hidden. They will have another division to capture her, as they are the ones who will do the kidnapping. MC thinks it will be reversed. Chiwa says nipping it in the bud is important, and if they manage to capture her, they will make her lick his ears and make her his slave. MC asks if he makes a classmate like her his slave, his scum level will go through the roof, for which Sakuragami says it's a perfect practice before he fights with the princesses. Chiwa says to take this as a trial and error since he will have to take down 5 scumbags. MC is quite petrified, wondering what is wrong with their sense of values. Chiwa happily asks if he's happy that he's popular, which MC denies, saying they are only after his ears and he prefers the flirty romantic type. MC wonders who she is, for which Sakuragami says she looks like a skilled fighter judging by her power. She could be a brutal Ayakashi. MC thinks that a class representative is, as he can't imagine her saying that women are devils, making MC embarrassed. Chiwa says that if they are beautiful, they will deceive him in a flash. As MC says, are they into a kinky game? Please don't take away 1/3 of the pure heart he has left. As they have decided they will put it into action, Sakuragami directs Chiwa that they will be in charge of search and capture, and she and MC will move away. In the car, MC wonders if this is the park, and Sakuragami agrees, saying this is the place where they first met, as she says that incident felt so good. MC is having a difficult time, thinking she is teasing him. As MC steps upon the ground, he feels a strange thing, as Sakuragami says he should be able to feel it because they made a contract, and that uncomfortable feeling is the reason behind her injury at that time. MC realizes this is not something good, as he feels shadows bursting out from nearby. Sakuragami says to stay back, as they are known as Shauki, spiritual powers that have been left stagnant. And if left alone, the land and special powers will be contaminated. It's harmful to both humans and Ayakashi. Normally, they would clean it up immediately, but for now, this will be a useful tool for capture, as if they clean it up, the surrounding spiritual energy will scatter everywhere. The same goes for his scent, and then everyone will know about his location. As MC expresses doubt about her strength, questioning if she will be okay since she lost to it before, Sakuragami reassures him not to worry, as this time she has him. She gets close to MC, who mentions that there will still be people in the evening, to which she responds that no one will come here, and even if they did, they would think it's a lover's meeting. MC feels embarrassed as she licks down his ears deliciously as the shadows get closer. Sakuragami asks if they don't know that she is buying them and casts the spell of dispersal to destroy them to dust. MC feels that the weird sensation has gone, and he asks if she's been fighting them all this time. Sakuragami mentions it's the duty of the head of the family. MC worries that even by herself, she got hurt in that state. He requests to be taken with her next time, but Sakuragami denies it, stating there's no choice this time since they are in hiding. MC suggests that if he is with her, it might reduce the danger. Besides, he is part of the Sakuragami family since he made a contract with them, and he doesn't want to see his family members get hurt. This is not an order but a favor from a family member, delighting Sakuragami as she ponders over it embarrassingly and agrees to do it. She asks if she can ask for something, and MC agrees. She gets close to MC, asking if he's okay with it. As he gets close to her, he licks down his ears, making her quite embarrassed. She suggests they should go away, and as they are walking, MC steps upon a bubble and gets drowned in it. Nishimura says that no matter how strong the fortress is, the inside is still made of jelly, and she catches MC. As Nishimura gets closer to MC, saying, "Let's begin," MC wearily asks why. She's getting closer. Is this a dream? MC wakes up from his dream, thinking he's in a Japanese-style room. Nishimura comes in from above, and MC deduces he's on her lap. MC realizes he was indeed kidnapped through the water puddle. Nishimura asks him to be at peace, mentioning kidnapping in the message. However, she is protecting him. MC asks what she means. Nishimura explains that she protects people from Ayashaki, and she is an officer of the Bureau of Divination under the Department of Sorcery. She explains that if they possess a huge amount of power, it won't be strange for there to be an organization to deal with them. She asks if MC has any questions, to which MC asks why she wears that suggestive outfit. She gets embarrassed, saying it's the organization's uniform. Nishimura asks why that's the only thing he remembers, to which MC replies that she could say it's because he's a guy. She asks him to be serious, as she's telling him important information. MC apologizes, curious why she pushed him down. Nishimura explains that it was because she was attracted to his scent. MC thinks he was scared at first. She seems like a normal Nishimura he knows, and he guesses he's not in danger. MC asks about certain protections, suggesting she could have just talked to the school first. Nishimura explains that there's that fox girl, and if she hadn't done anything, his life might not have been in danger. If things go on like this, as a slave, he will end up slowly but surely dying. She says she doesn't know what she suggested, but becoming Ayakashi's slave is dangerous. MC wonders if she misunderstood something. Nishimura assures him that if he makes a pact with her, he can cancel it without the other party's consent, as it is her duty. MC says it's the opposite, as he is not Sakuragami's slave. He made her his slave, shocking Nishimura. She says there's no way a human could enslave her. Besides, she is one of the princesses. MC explains that he has a trait that attracts them, and if he didn't make a pact, it would be dangerous. Nishimura says that a proud fox girl who's willing to wear clothes would become a slave, which is impossible, as she's sure he's being tricked. As MC tries to explain that she did not force the contract on him, and if she talks to her, she will know he is telling the truth, Nishimura denies it, saying that she doesn't trust her family at all. Since ancient times, evil rumors have always been attached to them. MC thinks that Senpai didn't want to lose to other households as well. Nishimura says that anyway, it's their job to cancel his pact no matter what. As she touches down on MC's ears, embarrassing him, MC asks what that was for. Nishimura says that he understands, and they must also explain it to him before. As she says, let's get started. And how does she apprehend MC, leaving him dumbfounded at how fast she is? He can't move as she gets up, with MC saying that before he cancels his contract, she gets a confirmation herself. She says that this is official work, and she does not want to taste or smell it as she licks her tongue, saying that this is indeed work. She thinks she just wants to lick his ear, and that's all. Nishimura gets close to MC and licks down his ear, saying that she can taste it even though it's sealed. As she finds the seal, she says that now she will break it as she bites upon it to break it. Sakuragami deduces that the pact has been broken, and Chiwa reports that there is a miasma coming from Kikyo Ugeaka. Sakuragami is worried, as she realizes that's where her master is. As Sakuragami invades the territory, she dashes towards it, smelling a defensive barrier as she penetrates through it thoroughly. She thinks that the plan backfired, as she doesn't think he's in danger, but if she goes crazy after inhaling his scent, it might become dangerous. She enters a door and finds MC and Nishimura in an awkward state, with Nishimura deliciously licking down his ear, unable to control herself. MC says they are in a bad situation, but she's not back to normal. Sakuragami gets close to her, asking if she wants to feel better and if she will do anything for it, to which she agrees, saying to lick her ear and make a contract pact. MC licks her ear and makes a contract with her after some time. It's been broadcast that a disturbance in Geaka will be reported. Nishimura says she understands it after experiencing it firsthand, and they have no choice but to seal his scent. She wants to report it to the higher-ups so they can protect him, but that might be bad. MC asks if there is a problem, and Sakuragami says that as an organization, she will be treated as a spy. Nishimura says that's the way it is. Besides, they would doubt her for being one of the 6 powerful families. Sakuragami teases her, saying there's no need to report this as she has already spoken to the Bureau of Divine Nation to hire her as her family's inspector, making her. Nishimura questions that there is no way that a stubborn guy would agree. Sakuragami teaches her, saying that if he must know personally, he alone cannot run an organization, as they give a lot of bribes. She says she will be in charge of this scandal and work for their family. Nishimura grits her teeth in regret to be used by Ayakashi when she's an officer. What disgrace. She says that, as a part of the family, the job is to protect MC, isn't it? For which she agrees, saying she will composite him and she will be allowed to lick him once every 2 days. She denies it, saying that's not enough, at least 3 times a day, which Sakuragami denies as they bicker with each other. MC asks about his will as the scene shifts to MC's room. Sakuragami makes a pact again with MC. MC asks that now that they have made a pact with Nishimura, her lifespan won't be shortened, for which Sakuragami says that even though the burden has been halved, it's still a huge burden. MC thinks he has no choice but to make a pact with other princesses, and she agrees, saying that by making multiple pacts, something like today won't happen. Sakuragami bows down, saying to forgive her for not being able to protect him, and she doesn't care what punishment he gives, for which MC denies it, saying she saved him this time, and usually, he's the one who causes her more problems. Sakuragami says that this time she will protect him by staying closer and visiting his bedroom, bathroom, and private places, as MC urges her to stop, emphasizing that privacy is important even between family members. Sakuragami asks if she will serve him in his favorite outfit. MC questions how she knew about it, and she says she heard it from a kind bird. MC deciphers it as Chiwa's action. MC says he has to ask her tomorrow as he moves out and meets Nishimura. He asks how she is feeling, thanking him for his concern. Nishimura mentions hearing sounds from the room and wonders if he has to perform these lewd acts now that he's part of the family, misunderstanding the situation. MC denies it, saying those sounds were made by making the pact. Nishimura denies it as well, saying immediate denial will hurt a woman. MC jokingly asks if she knows how a V-Jin feels, implying it was all a lie. Nishimura teases him, suggesting that if he wants to compete with the other princesses, he might want to learn a thing or two. MC tears up, realizing there's a pretty high bar for a V-in to clear, and he will have her to help him. Nishimura asks if he wants to go back to his normal life, to which MC says of course he does. Nishimura thinks it's going to be hard now that he's a part of her family. The other Ayakashi won't let him go, and she will use that reason to bind him to his family. She advises him not to trust her too much, as a human who is part of an Ayashaki family is not normal, and if she feels like it, she could wipe him out. Plus, because humans and Ayakashi are incompatible, he should find a way to seal his scent and never get involved with Ayakashi again. MC is still worried about what Nishimura said. As Sakuragami gets close to MC, asking if he is listening, he gets shocked. As MC says, tomorrow the first princess will arrive, and they will have a strategic meeting to gather information. As she said, the thieving cat has returned to the Bureau of Divination to confirm with her superior. Shiwa says that they will figure out how to make a contract. MC asks what kind of Ayakashi she is, to which she says that her name is Hasuki and she's the same as her. Their families have a friendly relationship, and they used to play together when they were young. In a way, she is her childhood friend. She says that personality-wise, she is frank. Although she's one of the top 6 families, she's worried because her character is quite opposite to the others. MC asks if it isn't good for Sakuragami, to which Sakuragami says that not really, if he is too honest to express himself through words or actions. But she's not a bad girl. MC thinks that she's starting to understand, as she's happy when she's like that. He's having butterflies, as MC realizes that trying to tame her childhood friend isn't the wild one. He's a scumbag. Sakuragami asks how they make her his servant, for which MC tries to stop it, saying that wasn't it easier if they told her what's going on instead of clinging to her. Sakuragami explains that, putting her own will aside, her family won't stand it, won't it? Sending her daughter away as a slave to an unknown man isn't bad. MC agrees to it, as Sakuragami says that her family motto is all about strength through fair play, and if he challenges her, she doesn't think that she will refuse, and they will bet the contract if they win. She says to start with a simple punishment game. Then when she's fired up, they will raise the stakes or plan this time, as this is to take advantage of her open personality. MC asks if they aren't expecting too much. There is no guarantee they will win. Sakuragami says to rest assured and believe in her family. And when the challenge is over, whether they win or fall will depend on him. As the scene shifts, Shiwa welcomes Hasuki as she says that she's tense as usual and just calls her. Shiwa replies that she can't do that as she's the maid of this household and directs her to Sakuragami. As Hasuki hugs Sakuragami, saying to take care of her today, she says that it is dangerous. Hasuki says not to be. And it's been so long since they last met together. Sakuragami says that's why people call her childish. MC thinks that it's hard to see Sakuragami being pushed around, as Hasuki asks for MC. Who is this? As Sakuragami introduces himself, he says that he was involved in an Ayakashi incident and that he has been living here to protect him. Hasuki says that it must have been rough as she introduces herself to MC, saying to just call her, for which MC says that he can't do it when she's older than him. As Hasuki feels a scent towards MC, saying that he smells good, Sakuragami stops her, saying that she won't give her master. Hasuki realized that it was a contract seal, for which she agreed, saying that she became his recently. She hugged MC, and Hasuki said don't tell that she has done it, to which MC denied it, saying no, as Sakuragami, in surprise to MC, says that it was haste, for which MC says to stop saying things that will confuse her, as Hasuki says that her childhood friend whom she hasn't seen in a long time has been spoiled, for which MC says that this understanding is also disordered, as Hasuki asks if it isn't too certain to make him part of the family. Sakuragami explains that a kid like her doesn't know what love is and she won't get it, as Hasuki questions how annoying it is and who is a kid. MC thinks that there is no doubt she has a great body, as Sakuragami says, so she wants to settle this with their usual battle, to which she agrees. MC thinks that she is frank. In the dojo, Chiwa tells MC that it's a mix of Japanese and Western for ladies' lessons and arts and also trains their bodies, as Hasuki loves to do physical fights and they often do punishment games when she visits her lady. As they are about to fight, MC asks Chiwa who is stronger, to which Chiwa says that she can tell just by looking. Hasuki dashes towards Sakuragami to punch her, but she blocks it, as Sakuragami says that it's easy to see her attack pattern and she can easily knock her out of her stamina, as she defeats her in no time. As MC can't believe what happened as Sakuragami flexes her ability. MC thinks that Sakuragami is easy to read, as Hasuki says that that's 7 losers in a row and what punishment this time, as Sakuragami says that she would like to know her master's good points and why doesn't stay near him for a while. Flinched Hasuki asks if she wants to teach her how good he is, for which she giggles, making MC embarrassed, say that she could not make it worse, as Sakuragami says that she wants her to guard him since he is not out of the woods yet, for which she agrees, as Sakuragami whispers that they managed to get her on board, as next time they will get them hooked on challenges all while raising the rates. The scene shifters, as on the table, Sakuragami says, let's move on to the next stage, as MC asks, what are they doing exactly? Sakuragami explains that despite her happiness, she's pretty innocent, and she should start to crack with all the losses piling up. Therefore, they will have to treat her with kindness now that she's weakened, so she will start to depend on him. As MC asks, that's a matchmaking trick, a trick a domestic violence boyfriend would come up with, as Sakurajima says, this is a must to get the contract. And as MC asks, can't she be a little nicer since she is her childhood friend? Sakuragami says that's enough joking around. And to win her heart, he has to solve her problem. As MC asked, what is it? Sakuragami says that she used to love doing things that involved physical involvement, but lately she has been asking for a rematch. As soon as they finish their round, it feels like something is rushing her, as she can't go easy on her either since she has a position to uphold. Even if she doesn't tell her, she might confide in him, plus it might be something she can't tell her family or friends. Don't you think this is enough compensation for making the contract? That's why she wants to ask him someone who is not related to either of them. As MC says, if that's the case, can he solve her problem? As Sakuragami says, they are sure he can, and they have enough blackmailed material to make MC dumb. As Sakuragami says, let's start by finding out what's bothering her, as she is counting on him. As MC thinks, isn't this all because she's worried about her friend? As in the scene shied inside the school, MC thinks, when should he bring it up? As he hears gossip that there a blunt beauty just enrolled in the second day. She's so hot and looks like she's close to Sakuragami. Kira comes to MC, saying, and does he know something? To which MC says, not really, he just met her yesterday. As the friends get angry, they are jealous that he lives under one roof with this wild beauty, and they wish him to die. For which MC tells them to wait as she's just a guest. And besides that mansion being huge, the chances of them interacting are slim. As they declare that he evaded the situation, saying that is a good point and MC escaped death. The door opens, and Hasuki greets MC, saying, let's go on a date after school, serving jitters throughout his body and shocking the other students. As Mick takes her to the alley, MC asks, what does she mean by a date? She says, remember, she will be his guard, and that's why she wants to take a look around together, and she would also like to ask him a few questions. As she playfully asks MC, isn't he relieved that his guard is with him whenever? MC quiets down, asking, he is not sure, as he was kidnapped not long ago and, well, he should be okay now, she's with him, for which she bids goodbye. MC gets relieved that he managed to avoid danger from behind. As he's attacked by his friends, asking them to tell him more about what just happened, MC realizes that he's about to die, and his friends glare that he is not satisfied with Sakuragami. But he's even going after her, and as MC is tortured, he cries that he knew he would be punished. The scene shifts as Hasuki and MC move along in the restaurant. As Hasuki thanks MC for carrying the bag and asks him to order whatever he wants, MC says, don't mind, as he's used to going shopping with her, with his little sister, so this is similar. For which Hasuki says that he has a little sister, as she also has an older brother, so they are on the same boat. MC says that she is the indecisive type when it comes to shopping. For which Hasuki says that her brother is meticulous. He takes a long time when it comes to small items, and after everything, he ends up asking her to make a decision. MC thinks that there is a very nice brother she has, and she says that kind. As she looks worried, Hasuki comes close to MC, asking where he met Aya, how the contract feels, and how far the two of them went. She asks that since they are a couple, he must not indulge in carnal desires, as MC denies it, asking that is what he wants to ask him. Hasuki says that obviously, it's his relationship because he made a contract with Aya as a childhood friend. Who wouldn't be curious? MC says that he understands how she feels, but he only saved her when she was in trouble. The reason they made a contract was to avoid Ayakashi attacking him. As Hasuki asks if she feels like the two of them are hiding something from him, MC thinks that she's shy when it comes to unusual things. Hasuki assures MC, saying that even though he has a contract with her, she will beat the S out of him if he ever hurts her. MC says that he would never do that to his benefactor, for which Hasuki says that it's good. As MC asks if she is worried about Sakagami, as she's worried about her too and she thought she might have some problems. Hasuki says that since it's her, she doesn't tell him about the things she's worried about. For which MC says yes, as she expects from a childhood friend. Hasuki says that it's not a problem. And first of all, it has nothing to do with him, or is he a curious person? MC says not at all. It's more of a selfish reason, and he wants to do something for those who need it. Just like his brother, he wants to act cool in front of her. Hasuki ponders over it, saying that it's not a big deal, but she tells him that she has a brother. Since their parents were always busy working, she followed him. He even gave her advice on how to beat Sakuragami. Because of that, her chances of winning went up to 50%. But now he has to leave the house for work. And since then, she has realized how much she has been spoiled. Once one realizes something, one doesn't want to cause trouble for others, and she wants others to see her as an independent person. She tried different things. He even contacted her the other day because he was worried. But she acted coldly towards her, and now she hates herself. As she says that, she realizes how spoiled she has been, and he might distance himself and start hitting her. To which MC answers, that's not true, as from an elder brother's point of view, no matter how old one gets, their little sister will still be their little sister, and he would like her to rely on him, and he would like to spoil her. Hasuki says that, but that would cause him trouble, for which MC screams at him, yelling that she definitely won't, and if she feels troubled, tell him, and he will become his brother instead. As Hasuki smiles down, thinking that that's weird, MC directs her to hurry up and call him. as Hasuki says that she has not yet. MC teases her to do it as HNA is unable to call her from behind. Sakuragami comes in, as she says that if she wins the next round, how about contacting him if she wins? The scene shifts to the alley as MC asks why she suggested that. Sakurajima says that if she did that and Hasuki wouldn't run away from a challenge, it's obvious that she would win, but if it would still help tip the favor towards her, as she sees that they will help, they will make her their subordinate after the match tomorrow, for which MC thinks that he would prefer a childhood friend. Sakuragami says that she planned to do the same for him, as MC is quite worried. Chiwa comes in to poke MC's face, acting as if he's unhappy, as MC says that he knows that it's just an excuse after all. After all, he has a sister too, for which Chiwa asks him, saying that it's okay as her lady is different from others, as MC questions what she means by that. The next day, as Hasuki and Sakuragami confront each other, Chiwa says to allow her to check before the match, as they both placed bets contacting brother in MC's ears. And do they have an agreement, as MC thinks that don't treat him like a praise trophy. Without further ado, it is declared to start, as a huge battle takes place and Hasuki delivers a hand punch to Sakuragami, who easily blocks it, as Sakuragami says that if she will. As Chiwa declares this match a draw, MC is left deflated, as he asks if any of them are injured, how this happened, and if it wasn't one-sided back then. Hasuki informs that yesterday she got a call from her brother and he gave her some advice, as MC thinks that the two of them made up and that's great, for which Hasuki says that just like he said, she should have relied on him instead of being reluctant, and hesitantly thanks him, as Hasuki also thanks Sakuragami, saying that she called him, isn't it, and it's a draw, but she owes them a lot, and how can she repay it? Sakuragami says that she should form a contract with her master, to which she reluctantly agrees, comforting MC, as Chiwa says that preparation is done, and MC is dumbfounded to see if they expected this to happen and what's going on. The scene shifts as Hasuki is quite embarrassed in her attire, asking MC not to stare as she finishes this in a jiffy as she comes towards MC, as she whispers into MC's ear, deliciously feeling it. MC in turn licks her on as she gets jitters as she can't think. She says that it is more than this, as this is bad. As a contract is made, Hasuki says that since she became his family, he will, as promised, come and save her when she's in trouble, and he calls her a brother. As MC says that is true, he said he would be a replacement for her brother, for which Hasuki says to hold his horses, breaking a promise unbecoming of an old brother, for which MC says that a man doesn't go back on his words. As Sakuragami comes in asking the next day, as Sakuragami stays down, he asks if he enjoyed himself last night, for which MC questions why she is in such a bad mood. Sakuragami says that it looks like he managed to form a contract, for which MC asks why she is angry, for which she pouts out, saying that not at all, whether he went on a date together or she called him a brother, she's not jealous at all. MC asks if she wants to go out this weekend, and Sakuragami says that is a date, for which he agrees, asking if it's okay with her as she smiles down, agreeing to it. From behind, a girl comes in, asking about love between men and Ayakashi. A juicy good story is about to begin. At this rate, it may end before it begins, as Sakuragami addresses her as Shiba Princess, as he thinks about this Shiba family, a family with a long story behind them, and if she's the quiet type. The girl comes close to MC, asking if he's the rumored owner of the ears. She looks like she's sealed, and a sweet smell can be detected at close range. How interesting as she stares down MC. Sakuragami addresses her as Yukari, and isn't she bothering MC? She apologizes, saying that she needs to introduce herself, as she says that she is Shiba Yukari, an insignificant writer. Sakuragami says that she is a novelist, which MC says is amazing. Sakuragami asks what business she has, for which Yukari says that she doesn't mind making a contract, shocking both of them. She says, don't hide it. She knows that she is trying to make contracts with other princesses. Sakuragami says that is her definition, for which Yukari says that it's been hard to write novels lately, so she thought of cleaning up something, and Sakuragami says that what does she want in return? Yukari says that she wants her to teach her about love. Therefore, as she is about to observe their date, she says that a contract or two is nothing if she can produce the best work. MC thinks that is what she said, but there are writers like this, and still, love won't be easy. Sakuragami is pretty, and she has taken care of him. What if he falls in love with her? He fantasizes, thinking that, as a man, no one could resist getting close to a beauty like her, and if she said so, he wouldn't be able to resist, as he is having quite a difficult time. Sakuragami comes in with a pretty dress, as MC is mesmerized. He says that it is necessary to even meet at the station when they live under the same roof, for which Sakuragami says that she pointed out that this is a must for dates. MC guesses it's a routine for novelists. But where is she? Yukari is hiding down the tree, as she says that meeting in front of the station is the king of basics. MC thinks that it's okay if she's okay with it, as Sakuragami says, pay no attention to her and let's enjoy ourselves. MC thinks that's where her elegance is gone, as she's changing quite a lot of clothes in the store, and Sakuragami asks if it's boring for a gentleman, which he denies, saying that it is a blessing to see beauty in different clothes. As Sakuragami asks which is his taste, MC says that this looks good on her and he would prefer this. Yukari thinks that complimenting one's partner is natural, and he is not even handsome, but he has such refined manners, and can't he do better? There is not enough innocence as she thinks about something. As she says, where is her Ojo-sama, who is not used to interacting with men? His development is gone, as MC thinks that he was forced to go shopping with her little sister, and that's all. Sakuragami says let's go in there, as into the cinema, as MC asks if she likes action movies, for which she says that especially when the actors do the stunt themselves, and as MC asks what about horror, she hesitantly denies, saying that one knows it's fiction, it's not scary. MC thinks that let's go with the action then, as he thinks that, as Chainami told her, she can't handle horror. As they are watching the movie, Yukari thinks that it seems like they are relying on each other a little bit, and this is not the effect of the contract at all, as she says that this irritating feeling, whether they like each other or not, is a reason to watch them longer, as MC and Sakuragami have quite a lot of time with each other. MC thinks that Sakuragami is having a lot of fun and has been under a lot of stress, and this is good because the seal has stabilized after making a contract with Hasuki-senpai. Hopefully, this will take some weight off her shoulders. If they solve the scent, she wouldn't have to work hard, and if that happens, there will be no reason for them to be together, as he thinks that he won't be able to see her smile this close as Sakuragami appears suddenly before him. MC gets embarrassed as Yukari deduces that this is love. The scene shifts as Sakuragami says that she had fun, and it's like she went back in time to her childhood, for which MC says that he would like to go out again if she doesn't mind. Sakuragami looks for it, saying that it's a good plan. She asks where Yukari is, as she is in a cafe overflowing with ideas, typing away at work. They both agree to go on to work, and on the way, Sakuragami asks Yukari if she is satisfied, to which Yukari says to let her experience it too. As MC asks if she wants a date with him too, she asks if it's okay with Sakuragami, and Sakuragami says that it's for the contract. Yukari assures her not to worry, she won't steal him from her, as MC denies, saying that this is a romance series, for which Yukari says how wonderful, leaving the planning to her. The next day, as MC finds himself in a hotel, Yukari says to let the experience begin. As MC asks why it has to end, they just met yesterday, for which Yukari says that it makes no difference. Some people even fall in love when meeting in a shower room for the first time, for which MC says that it's a planet, so they shouldn't do this, for which Yukari says that he and Sakuragami are lovers, and for his information, she is a virgin. Shocking MC, saying that is the information he needs. As Sakuragami says, let us experience the bliss, as MC reluctantly declines that still they can't, for which she says that she guesses she will stop. However, when he rejected her, was he thinking of something else and thanking him, saying that for letting her see someone realize they are in love and he's too, as she teases him, saying that he is too innocent. MC asks if she knew this from her fortune telling, which she denies, saying that she wouldn't mind either the moment she knew he was in love or the moment he went with the flow and embarrassed her. MC asks what would have happened if he were a womanizer, for which she says that if he had forgotten, she wants to experience things she doesn't know. Either way, both are new to her. MC says that it would be strange for her, but she should experience it herself, and why would she go that far? She says that one won't get bored if one knows what's going to happen. That's why she's always thirsty for new and unknown experiences. She could even include them in novels for plot twists. As a result of divination, she got bored again, and that's when he showed up. Even if she can read the fate of Sakuragami's family, she can't read his because it's clouded with her stand that's got her excited, and he might be able to break her off of the shell known as boredom. She says that it's okay. Forgetting her hopes of making a contract with him is good enough when she can't tell what will happen in the future. Let's get started. As she gets closer to MC, she says that it's a fragrance that makes her dizzy. As for the taste, it's a nectar of the highest quality, and she may be a virgin, but she has the knowledge. As she licks down at MC deliciously, she says that it feels like her boy is melting. As MC changes positions, Yukari asks why he won't show her the skill that took down the two princesses. As MC licks down her ear and screams in pleasure, thinking that it makes her body melt, she says that it might be addictive and she will become his personal use. As the pleasure sets in, she says that he's like a yakuza, but in bed, he's different, for which MC apologizes. As she says, let's say she is charming, and now that they have made a contract, she will cheer on his love close by. As MC asks if she is sure, she says that she will be able to experience things that she wouldn't know and make sure he gives her a little attention from time to time, and she won't be able to forget this pleasure, From another perspective, in an electrifying relationship, a woman who cheers on other women might think that he's a pimp, as MC screams that he knows he's trash, but why would she point it out, as she says that he never stops surprising her? As she thinks about why she won't read his fortune and who would think that she would do it voluntarily as she picks up a card, she says that it looks like she won't be bored, as tribulation and betrayal are the cards. Hasuki is surprised as she asks Yukari if she made a servant pact too, to which Yukari asks her not to be like that and if she wouldn't lose the same pleasure as well. MC asks if the two of them are close to each other, and from ahead, Sakagami is staring toward MC as she says that currently most of MC's scent has been sealed. However, even though the internal pressure is strong, just like that, the outside attacks are still weak, and they need a countermeasure for this. Yukari says that she means that for them to be completely safe, they need to turn the other 3 princesses into servants as well. Sakuragami says that Hasuki and Yukari decide to cooperate. But that might not work with others, as they both think that they are easygoing, but that might not be the case for them. Sakuragami says that still, their plan hasn't changed. They will continue to seduce each one of them as she gets close to MC, saying that from then on, for today's portion, she gets close to MC. As MC stops her, she says, "Let's do it later," which is embarrassing. Sakuragami says that what's gotten into him as MC runs away, as Yukari recognizes it. The scene shifts as Chiwa says that he ran to her, as she doesn't like it when she treats her like a woman of convenience, for which MC apologizes, saying that there's something that she can do. Chiwa declares that this is thinking of him as something scum would say, but she says that she will forgive him. Watching other people's romance is funny itself, and it's natural for her to fall in love with her lord. As she says that, what does he look like about her? For which MC says that despite her plans, she also cares about others. Sometimes she loves like an innocent child. But there's also an unexpected jealous side to her, as Chiwa says that it's gross, and he said those places at the speed of light. For which MC stares that she is so mean, as Chiwa says that if she knows how he feels, why not be honest with her? For which MC says that if he did, she would think that he was using her authority to force her. For which Chiwa says that this version is a handful, for which MC says that he's a romantic. As Chiwa says that why not ask his guy friend? For which MC says that what was his name? As Chiwa pokes him, saying that isn't he cruel, how could he forget Kurato, who was always hanging with him? For which MC says that it just slipped his mind. Chiwa says that he's a guy after all, instead of friends. He prefers to satisfy his lust, for which MC says that it's not lust, it's love, and for which Chiwa says that he found the person he loves, but laid hands on 3 girls, and he even forgot the name of his friends. MC apologizes, saying that he's a scum, and he accepts it in the Bureau of Divination storage as Nishimura sneezes out, saying that this room is full of dust, and she takes out a book, thinking that there should be at least some for her. As she reads the book, she thinks that MC is in danger. As the scene shifts, Chiwa informs her that there's a guest and they haven't had any scheduled today, as the 3 beautiful girls appear, and Sakuragami says that all of them suddenly appear in front of her mansion. However, it's too soon for their scheduled homestay, as one of them addresses Sakuragami, saying that they will arrest her for breaking the taboo and please hand over MC to them. As MC is feeling quite pressured, the girl says, "Let us begin the trial," as the 6 princesses are in it. Hasuki says, it has been a while since they have gathered together, and Yukari wonders what will happen. From the Tatsukusu household, there is Tatsukusu Mao. From the Ritariba household, there's Alice Ritariba. From the Dugain household, there's Dugan Kirika. Chiwa explains that each family is keeping an eye on each other in case someone does something wrong. That's what this meeting is for. Yukari says, a nail that sticks out will be hammered down. These are the words of wisdom they learned in the human kingdom. As Kirika says, they are here to talk about the Sakuragami household breaking the taboo. Furthermore, the production of humans, Ayakashi, shocking Hasuki. MC imagines a girl being puffed up. Yukari says, they don't turn into creatures with ears. Not only do they have the strength of an Ayakashi, but they can even absorb others' power. For them, they are sworn enemies. And when they transfer, they will pollute the land with miasma. That means they must be dangerous. Kirika says, their target is MC. And once he becomes an Ayakashi, their memories of being humans are erased, and they can never be recovered. Deeds like that are the reason there's a division bureau to protect humans, as she warns her, asking that she is putting their entire species in danger. What is she planning? Mao says, if that happens, business will go up. Alice replies, but that's extremely risky, which she doesn't agree with. Sakurajima says, they asked what she planned, do they? Right. And that's a lot of supplication on their part, don't they think? She's just protecting a guest from being harmed by Ayakashi. She warns, jumping to conclusions by themselves will only tarnish the name of the 6 families. There is a lot of pressure. Mao says, just like in business, trust is number 1. As Alice says, it's more logical for him to be under their custody if he's a threat. They decide. Sakuragami says, they are pushy this time, and to think that 3 of them are in it together. But Kirika says, unless she's saying she has become quite attractive. Sakuragami says, that's like saying one wants someone else's property, as they both bicker with each other. As MC thinks they are fighting internally, while Hasuki comments, they get along fine. MC thinks, don't they see sparkles flying? Sakuragami says, back to the topic, he's a guest of our family, and she can't hand him over to them without proof. But Kirika says, let's do this then. There should be memory deterioration. Does he remember anything? Now they ask MC about it. MC, quite worried, asks, what is this, as they will do what they suggest. As MC is directed into a car, he thinks he feels uncomfortable. The three princesses say that Kirika is in a bad mood, probably because the trial went by so quickly. She says, it was questionable. She's usually quick and smart with things. Mao replies, she could have talked to her longer, as they deduce that she's a tsundere. As Kirika embarrassedly says that she is her rival, having such qualities is a must. MC asks, isn't it against the Sakuragami household? For which Kirika says, he must be mistaken. The trial is just a front to make people think that they don't get along. If the Division Bureau knew that they were all united, they would be alert. MC asks, do they mean this was all an act? For which Mao assures, it's right. They are here to see him. As Kirika says, to think she admits her guilt, they deduce that if she did, the Bureau was expecting this. Kirika says, no, there is no benefit for them. As Mao says, however, it's a fact that he's turning into an Ayashi. There is no need to protect him if she has the best mind. In other words, MC is being used. MC says, there's no way, as Mao says, for an Ayashi, the land and family are auspicious. And even if their benefactor is a guest or not a family. Kirika says, in the name of our three families, she will release him, but in the future, we must be careful not to trust an Ayashi too much. No matter how close the two are different species. She embarrassedly says, but to free him, she has to do it. As she says, it's still embarrassing. Mao teases her, saying, he smells delicious too, and maybe that's how he was able to seduce her with his scent. Kirika screams there's no way a princess from one of the six families would lose to a mere scent, as Mao says. It's good then. MC asks, what about him? As he's being pushed down. The three of them hop onto him, saying, the answer is to be eaten by them, as MC is shocked to hear this. The scene shifts to the bedroom as MC questions, what do they mean? Will he be eaten literally? He thinks, what do they mean by canceling the Ayakashi fiction? And what will happen to him? As the preparations are done and the three of them have donned quite kinky dresses, they are going to suck the ghostly energy that has accumulated in him, requiring direct contact and licking. There, his ear is the logical thing to do. MC says, he will become a slave if she does that, for which Kirika says, please don't look down on her. There is no way a princess from the six families would fall for that. MC thinks there are already three of them who fell for it, as they begin. As Mao tries to get close to MC, saying, it looks delicious, as she delights in it with her, she is completely addicted to it. Alice comes in between, saying that she is too lax and that finishing this in a flash is a logical thing. As she gets a taste of it, she gets shocked too, as she wants more of it. Kirika thinks that the scent that can break one's body and mind is deadly. However, she can't run away as one of the six families. As she comes into the light, her tongue gets too jittery, thinking that she can't endure it any longer, and if he licks her now, she will be vulnerable. As MC licks her ear, the three of them get the pleasure of MC as they huff on each other. The pact of three of them are embarrassed to see each other, and the pact rings are made for the three of them. MC is shocked that the contract has been made. MC gets a phone call from Sakuragami saying that it is all according to plan, and all three of them have made a contract with him. MC asks, don't tell that this was her goal all along, to which she says, it's correct, since those three didn't fall for her trap. That's what she does. MC asks that she should have told him sooner, to which Sakuragami says, he's the type who shows his emotions easily. MC thinks that she's right, trying to evade the question by saying that she's not wrong. MC thinks that he wouldn't want anyone to hate her because of him. As he asks more, they hate her for this. Sakuragami answers, rest assured, this kind of strategy happens every day. MC thinks that rich families are scary. Sakurajima says she will pick him up tomorrow. MC thinks she's the #1 schemer. From behind, the three of them wake up. MC asks if they are okay. And Mao is not sure how to feel when the mastermind worries about her. Alice says that it looks like a boyfriend using the carrot and stick strategy. And Kirikai's regrets it in despair as MC apologizes, saying he's sorry about everything. She thinks she must have done it to avoid the eyes of the Bureau. Alice is not quite happy, but it's logical. MC asks if they are angry, for which they deny it, saying they couldn't have predicted this and their perception was too naive. Kirika answers that if something happens, they could just say this was all planned by Sakuragami, and how could they be angry when she goes to such lengths just to save him? As Mao says, she's kind after all. Her only fault is that she likes to carry everything on her shoulders. Kirika gets close to MC, saying, aside from that, it's true that she's upset about being made into his slave, and therefore they are going to expose Sakuragami's childhood. Mao discloses, don't you want to know how she was when she was young? To which MC reluctantly agrees. Alice says, right now, she looks like a cool lady type, but she was a prankster in her childhood, so bad that she used to drag Hasuki around. MC can't imagine it. She said that was when she was young, but she changed when she had to take over the household and protect everyone. MC asks, what about her parents? For which Kirika asks, it's better to ask her. She may look calm on the outside, but her true nature is very violent. And he's her master, he better make sure that he's in control. Also, as the three of them get quite kinky, asking that he become their master, it's logical for them to lick him regularly, and he has to feed the fish he catches, as they quite regret that, as they think quite ill of their master by naming him a lust monster, to which MC agrees. They get delighted and decide that they will take turns with rock paper. MC gets a call from Chiwa. Chiwa screams in worry as she reports. There is a huge problem that occurred. MC gets to know that Sakuragami has been arrested by the Omnu branch.